morning, everyone. I am so happy that you are here. Yesterday, we shared with you our calendar and weather resources from Funnydaffer. So today we're going to go over our calendar routine. Now, before we get into it, we do want to talk a little bit about making calendar developmentally appropriate for your age group. Our toddler 1 and 2-year-olds are not going to sit for an entire calendar routine, and it's not developmentally appropriate for us to expect them to do so. So this is going to be more of an exploratory experience where they can touch the calendar pieces, sing songs about the days of the week, the months of the year, or even the seasons, but it's going to be a very open, play-based nature where they're just going to be exploring and getting exposed to the calendar. Our 3 and 4-year-old preschoolers are ready to start learning the calendar routine. However, we want to make this as interactive as possible so that they're not just sitting there with a teacher sitting in front and pointing out the days and the numbers. We want them to be able to get up and help and manipulate the calendar. That being said, anytime there is a calendar on your wall, expect that your students are going to take the numbers out of the pocket chart, are going to point to the days of the week. That's okay. Let's look at this as a great opportunity for us to work together as a classroom community and help each other put the numbers back in order and create the pattern so that even if they are taking pieces out of your calendar, you can easily turn that into a learning experience. The first thing I'm going to do when my students get to my calendar center or circle rug is I'm going to ask them if they remember what day yesterday was. And we're going to talk about how we point behind us for yesterday because it already happened. It's behind us. And then when they say, yesterday was Wednesday, we're going to say, okay, so if yesterday was Wednesday, today is Thursday. And we're going to point right here because Thursday is happening right now. And I'm going to say, okay, great. If today is Thursday, what is tomorrow? Friday. Tomorrow is Friday, and we're pointing ahead of us because it hasn't happened yet. Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. All day long. All day long. Yesterday was Wednesday, tomorrow will be Friday. Oh, what fun! Oh, what fun! Now we're going to sing and point to our days of the week in English and Spanish. Now, if you don't know that in Spanish, that's okay. You can just use whatever days of the week song works for you. I'm also going to introduce pointers and props for my students to use with calendar. This is a great way to get all of your students involved, taking turns, days of the week pointer, the numbers pointer, the months of the year pointer, the weather checker, so on and so forth. So this is a great opportunity for them to build this skill. So here we go. Sunday es domingo, Monday is lunes, Tuesday is martes, Wednesday is miércoles, Thursday is jueves, Friday is viernes, Saturday is sábado, and those are the days of the week. All right, now that we know that today is Thursday, let's figure out what number today is. And I always like to remind them that when we start a new month, all the numbers go back to number 1 and we start all over again. So whenever we are using our pointer and we start pointing for calendar, we always want to go back to the number 1. All right, here it is. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Today is number 5. Let's try counting in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. You did great job counting. What do you notice about the apples? Are they all the same color or are they different colors? They're different colors. Let's see if we can name them. Red, yellow, red, yellow, red. Oh, they make a pattern. Patterns are something that repeat over and over again. Red, yellow, red, yellow, red. If today is red, tomorrow will be yellow. Well done. Now that we've done that, we're going to move on to our months of the year. Now, when I introduce months, I do like to spell them every day because it really enforces that we go from left to right when we're reading words. And I always like to make the sound of each letter as I point to it. Here we go. S, S, E, E, P, 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 T, 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 E, M, B, 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 E, R. September. Now let's sing our months of the year. January, February, March, and April. April, May, June, July and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Let's do that in Spanish. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre, meses del año. Well done. All right, there are 4 seasons in every year. We're going to do the 4 seasons poem. Are you ready? Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Count to 4, you know them all. In the winter, it's cold and snowy. In the spring, the sun comes out and warms up the earth. In the summer, it's hot as can be. And in the fall, the leaves fall down from the trees. Now we're going to move on to the weather. Now, like I said, when you're first starting in the fall with your new class, you want to build all of these activities into your calendar slowly so that by the middle of the year, you finally have this whole routine and your kids know it and they can do it with you. And sometimes they'll do it for you completely unprompted, which is absolutely hilarious to watch. All right, so to track our weather, we're going to use a weather graph and we're going to use some of the weather pieces that we have from Funnydaffer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my friends, how did it feel when you came in today? Did it feel cool and cold like down in the blue, or was it really hot and warm up here in the yellow and the red? And we can ask Alexa what the actual temperature is to record on our thermometer. And I'm going to say, what did we wear to school today? Did we wear a raincoat? Why did we wear a raincoat? Because it was raining outside. If it was really hot and sunny, what could we wear instead? And we can change our little what to wear guy, give him a name. Mine's always been Max. Give Max the clothes he needs to be dressed for the weather. Now we're gonna sing, what's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it sunny? Is it raining? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it snowing? Is it blowing? What's the weather like today? And we're going to put our binoculars up and we're going to look outside. Do we see clouds? Do we see rain? Do we see sun? Does it feel hot and humid, or is it really windy? Are the trees moving? And then we're going to record what we see on our weather graph. Right, so for our weather graph, I took sunny, cloudy, rainy, humid, and windy, and I attached them to the top of my chart paper. And we're gonna add an apple each day to what type of weather we see outside. Now, something that I do, that I recommend all teachers do, if you have a monthly skill focus, letter, color, number, shape, and a theme, anytime you're writing on chart paper that month, use the color of the month. Anytime you're tracking or charting, use the theme. So that way you are really reinforcing those skills focus of every single month. All right, so today we already had the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th day of September. So this is our 5th apple because it's September 5th. And we are gonna look outside and we see sun. So we're gonna add an apple to sunny. Then at the end of the month, we're gonna go and look at all of the apples and we're gonna count how many days were sunny, how many days were cloudy, how many days were rainy, how many days were humid. And so we can extrapolate our data and talk about how many had more sunny days. Did we have more rainy days? And it's just a great way to integrate math and science into your calendar time.